Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be the Ride or Die tag. Jaclyn created this tag about a week ago and I thought that I would do it on my channel, and I'm actually doing it in a tutorial form, so you're just getting ready with me and I am showing you guys how I use all of my Ride or Die products that I absolutely can't live without and that are my favorite in each category. So if you'd like to see what those products are and how I use them, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So jumping right in, I'm going to talk about my favorite primer, and if you are familiar with my channel, it's not going to be a surprise to you at all. It is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I don't really go for primers that are for like smoothing, things like that. I just need something that's going to make my skin look more luminous and dewy, and this does it every single time. This is my second bottle of this stuff. It is just amazing. And when it comes to my foundation too, me and Jaclyn have the first two products the same, and I think it's just for good reason because it is my Ultra HD stick from MakeupForever. Another thing that will not be a surprise to you guys because I use this all the time. Whenever I'm gonna travel, whenever I know that I need my skin to look good, I always go to this because it just makes my skin look its best, and this stuff stays so well. A lot of times I have problems with my foundation breaking up around my smile lines. Like, that is my biggest problem, and this does not do that. And just because I'm self-tan, I'm mixing two different shades. Usually I'm 125 or Y315, and then I'm just mixing it with this darker one. This one's 173. So I'm just gonna paint that on. Usually I would just do it with a stick, but since I had to mix the colors, I'm just using this little powder brush. And then I'm going to blend it in with a sponge because that is my favorite way to apply any kind of foundation. But seriously, if you have not tried this foundation, it is the best, and it's not dry on your skin like you would think a stick foundation is. This has a really dewy finish to it, more like a satin, but with this primer on it, it's really dewy and it just hydrates your skin, and it's seriously, I have no bad things to say about this foundation. It is the best. And I did already apply my Becca Backlight Priming Filter before I started because I like to let that sit in for a little bit before I apply my foundation. I know a lot of people do it like immediately, but I just like it to sit on my skin for a minute and then I'll go in with foundation. Okay, so now that I have my base done, I'm gonna go in with the eyes. And I didn't do my brows in this video because I've been promising you guys an updated brow routine video, so I'm gonna make that my next video for you guys. But just know they're all Anastasia products because they're just bomb and they're my favorite. So keep an eye out for that, but let's move on to the eyes. When it comes to eyeshadow primer, this one is definitely my favorite. This is Air Patrol from Benefit. So I just apply a little dot on both eyes, and then I'm gonna blend it out with this Morphe brush. This is an E20. This just keeps your eyeshadow on for a really long time, and it's not a super heavy base. It does get rid of any veins or anything like that, but it doesn't feel tacky on my lids. So that's why I like this one. I either use this or I'll just use my concealer. When it comes to my favorite eyeshadow palette, I feel like this was pretty easy for me, and it's one that I feel like is like the most underrated of all of the Morphe palettes. This is a 35T, and I've talked about this a ton on my channel before about how I just think it is like so underrated because it is stunning. You can do a warm look with this or you can do a mauve look, which is like my two things that I go for all the time, and it's just beautiful. I love this palette so much, and yeah, whenever I travel, this is the one that I bring with me. So I think I'm gonna go for like a mid-tone mauve look. Gonna start out with this light mauve shade here, and this is gonna go all over the crease. So if you don't follow me on Snapchat or on Instagram, you should, but I'm going to start doing lifestyle videos here on my channel, which I've been promising my Snapchat fam for like a year and a half. So I am so excited to do it. I'm gonna do a lot of recipes, maybe some workout videos, more just like family oriented stuff. So if you have any kinds of requests for things like that, then leave them in the comments below. But I'm super excited. I'm gonna do my first one next week. I think I'm gonna do a recipe first. Now I'm just gonna go in with this like plummy purple shade here. Just going in with an E25 and applying this to the outer corner first, and then I'll take it up into the crease. And this look is not gonna be like, wow, that's so new, because these are all my favorite products and I use them all the time. So this is gonna be like a signature Steph look. But I feel like this was a lot easier for me than it has been for other people. Everyone's saying like, oh, this was such a hard decision, but I feel like mine were like, I know I love it, I use it all the time, so it's my favorite. And a lot of them were like in the same spot just because I use them so often. Just gonna go in with a fluffy brush and blend that out. I'm gonna mix this chocolate and this deep purple and just give that crease a little bit more definition. And I'm just gonna do that with the same E25 brush. Just doing the exact same thing that I did with the last color. Just intensifying it a little bit more. I'm not gonna bring this in towards the inner corner as far. Probably stop about halfway. For the lid, I'm going to go in with this shimmery taupe. Just going to take an E14 brush from Morphe. Just pat this all over the lid. When it comes to liquid liner, NYC Liquid Liner. It's like $3. It's super black and matte, and I just feel like you can't go wrong with this. It's the best. So I'm gonna do my wing, and I'm not talking through it because that's impossible. So that wing liner was a struggle bus, and I have to be like this close to my mirror to do my wing liner, and my eyes are so red. So just ignore that. If you've been looking at my eyes wondering why they're so red, it's because I'm exhausted. I didn't plan on filming this video tonight, but I started editing the video that was supposed to go up this week, and it was just a mess. It was out of focus. So that's why I'm doing that, and it is like, what, almost 11 o'clock right now. So I am going in and doing my lashes. Of course, Benefit Rollerlash Mascara to prime my lashes, and y'all know my favorite lashes ever are Queen Bees from Koko. I wish I had a lifetime supply of these because when I get down to like my last couple pairs, oh, it makes me want to shed a tear. If you've been watching my videos for a long time and you still haven't tried Benefit Rollerlash, what are you doing? Because this seriously is the best mascara. I have like super wimpy Asian lashes, and my lashes look so much better with this. It doesn't clump them up, and it just separates them and gives them a lot of volume and makes them look longer. It does everything you could ever want in a mascara. Add these Queen Bees and we will come back to finish up the face. Moving on to the rest of the face, Becca's Under Eye Brightening Corrector. You guys, this is like a godsend. If you have dark circles under your eyes, hyperpigmentation, you need it in your life, because if I'm putting on foundation and concealer, there's no way I'm skipping this step. No way. Because my dark circles are so bad. This is the only thing that completely cancels them out. So I always apply this really heavily right here on the inner corner, and then just kind of pat it out towards the outer corner of my eye, then go over with my concealer. So what I really love about this is that it doesn't just cover up the dark circles, it also has that luminous quality to it, so it makes your under eyes look really nice and moisturized and just highlighted. You guys know, I can't live without this stuff. I can't. I think this is like my 4th jar. So for concealer, if you would have asked me just a couple months ago, I would have told you the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. That was my hands down favorite. But this one has taken its place, and it's done that so quickly. And it is the Tarte Shape Tape, you guys. This concealer, if you have not tried it, you need to, because it just gives you such flawless coverage, and this does not crease on me. I think that's the biggest thing that I love most about it, is that my under eyes don't crease with this, and I have really bad under eyes to where they literally will crease with almost anything. Even with setting them, they will crease, and this lasts the longest without creasing on me. So I just, this is so good. I love this concealer. So I'm going to apply this on my under eyes and then highlight with it as well. And just because I have a little bit of a tan, I'm using light medium, and a little bit of this goes a long way. So I concentrate it towards the inner corner first, just like the other one, and then I'll just do little dots towards the outer corner of my eye to highlight. And this has such full coverage, but it's really, really light. So you can highlight with it too, without it being too heavy on the rest of the face. To set my under eyes, you guys know I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I tried using the Secret Brightening powder because Nicole Guerrero always raves about it. I tried it a long time ago and I remembered not liking it, but I gave it another shot and I still just don't like it on me. I feel like it makes my under eyes look really crepey and dry, but this, always a go-to. So I always use my damp sponge, dip it in here, and then I'm just going to go over my under eyes and lightly pat it in. Another product that has quickly become a ride or die for me is the Tarte Confidence Powder. This is what I'm going to use to set the rest of my face, and I just adore this stuff. It just leaves your skin looking super flawless, but it doesn't look cakey at all, and it just makes your skin look radiant. So I love, love, love this powder. And I'm just going to use this IT Cosmetics brush. This is their Heavenly Skin Brush, and I'm just going to kind of pat that all over the rest of my face. And I just do a really, really light layer of this just to set everything in place, and it doesn't mattify my skin, which is what I really like about it. To bronze, I am using my obviously loved Pure Glow Together bronzer. This is just my favorite. The top is matte and then it has shimmers on the bottom, and I just love it. It just makes my skin look nice and warm and bronzed without looking orange at all. And my favorite brush to bronze with is the Morphe M527 brush. So I just get a little bit of both and then just go around the outer part of my face just to give it a little bit of warmth. Get down the jawline. To contour, I am of course using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I just think this is the best contouring palette out there. I love that it has such cool tones for contouring, and I obviously love those highlighter shades because they're completely gone. But I'm just going to take this middle shade here with a Morphe M530 brush and go around the hollows of my cheeks. I always start back towards my ear and then bring it forward, and I don't go past the arch of my brow. So this is the one that I always go to. If I am traveling or I just need something that I know is gonna work for a special event, this is the one. And I always go around the sides of my chin. And then I'm going to contour my nose with the same shade. This is the best shade for contouring your nose. I just love it. And I'm going to be using this Luxie brush. This is a medium angled shading brush. Really been liking this one for contouring my nose. So I just go right along the sides. And of course my Morphe M512. It's my favorite little brush for blending out nose contour. And I always brush in towards the bridge of my nose. So blush was actually one of the easiest ones for me, which is surprising because blush is like one of my favorite things in makeup. Blush and lip gloss are like my two favorite things to buy as far as makeup goes, but this just took the cake. This is Benefit's Rockateur. I think this is the first high-end blush that I've owned, and it's just beautiful. It's like a perfect mauve rose gold, and it just goes with everything. It smells delicious. So I think this is such a great kind of universal shade, and I just am gonna apply that on my cheeks because it is my ride or die blush. I like this blush whenever I'm doing something super natural with just mascara, and I love this blush whenever I do something super smoky on the eyes. So I feel like it just goes with any kind of look that you want to do. For highlight, I had to pick this one. This is the Gleam kit from Anastasia. It is just my favorite. Again, when I think about something, if I could only take one with me, like if I'm traveling or something, this is what I bring. And I love to mix Mimosa and Crushed Pearl. These are my two that I love to mix together, and it just gives me that perfect highlight every time. And it's such an intense highlight, I can't put it down. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm first going to line my waterline with this black liner. This is a MakeupForever Aqua XL. This one is the M10. It's just a black. And these are my favorite kohl liners ever. These do not transfer from my waterline. You guys have seen me use the white one before because that is just like my ride or die. I love that white liner because it doesn't transfer at all. Like I will tight line with this black one and then I'll put the white in my waterline, and I never get the black transfer on the white in my waterline. So these are the best. They do not budge. To smoke out the lower lash line, I'm first going to go in with that dark purple, and then we'll blend it out with this kind of plummy shade. Now I'm just going back in with that plummy shade and just kind of buffing everything out, making sure it looks soft. So I'm going to add some Rollerlash to my lower lashes, and then we'll come back for my ride or die lip combo. So to highlight my inner corners, there isn't really a highlight shade in that palette, so I'm just taking Crushed Pearl and Mimosa on this little Morphe brush and applying that to the inner corners and my brow bone. These three lip products were so easy for me to pick out because they are always in my purse. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen all three of these a lot, especially this and my lip gloss because I wear them all the time. And I've always said if I could only wear one lip color the rest of my life, it would be Dose of Color Stone. So I am lining it with this lip liner. This is my favorite lip liner I've ever owned, and it's only $3. So I have like three of these. I have one in here, one in my purse, and then I just have a backup just in case I need it. And this is Rockin Rose from Jordana. It's a beautiful, like dusty, rosy mauve. So I'm gonna line my lips with that first, and then we'll go in with Stone. So I've talked about it before, but the reason that I love Stone so much is because it looks like this on my lips. Most colors, because my lips are so pigmented, most like mauve-y shades end up looking either really red on my lips or they turn really brown. And this one just stays this gorgeous mauve shade on my lips, and it looks exactly like it does in the tube. And plus Dose of Colors has one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks, so I just love this so much. When it comes to lip gloss, it was a pretty easy decision for me. It's Gerard Cosmetics Shimmer of Hope. I always have one of these in my purse and one of these on my vanity because it is just the perfect pinky nude. I literally top everything with it. And this is the gloss that made me fall in love with Gerard Cosmetics because it is just perfection. So if you don't have this one, definitely pick it up because it's just perfect. It goes with everything. So even though I have a liquid lipstick on, you guys know me, I'm a gloss girl. So I like to add at least just a little bit right into the center of my lips. And that's the whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my ride or die products, things that I cannot live without. And if I could only have one from each category, that's what I would choose. I want to know what you guys' ride or die products are, so let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!